Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories. First up, we have Chef Marino D'Antonio, whose culinary adventure has taken him from Italy to Macau, bringing a blend of tradition and passion to his new role at 8.5 Otto e Mezzo Bombana Macau. His journey is a tasty mix of family influences, international experience, and a dedication to high standards. Please stay tuned for more delicious details. Next, we explore the stylish world of skincare with Dr. Barbara Sturm, a pioneer in clean beauty. She shares her favorite spots in London and St. Bart's, her vintage fashion finds, and her unique jewelry collection. Her focus on positive social media use and self-care routines shows us that beauty isn't just skin deep. Keep watching for her tips on living a minimalist, yet fabulous, lifestyle. Finally, the Hong Kong stock market experienced a dip after reaching a 2-month high, mainly driven by concerns over Baidu's AI prospects. Shares of Baidu dropped 3% after a profit slump, dragging down the tech index. Major indices across Asia also saw declines, reflecting cautious investor sentiment amid global economic uncertainties. Stay with us for more updates on this financial roller coaster. Please continue to watch for the full stories. South China Morning Post vividly captures Marino D'Antonio's journey from a mischievous boy in Italy to a celebrated culinary maestro. His story begins in Bergamo, where his family's humble roots and the influence of a charismatic chef named Paolo ignited his passion for transforming ingredients into artful dishes. Despite initial doubts about pursuing a career in cooking, D'Antonio's youthful curiosity led him to culinary school at 15, and he quickly immersed himself in a world of diverse flavors and techniques, working across Italy's scenic coastlines and mountain retreats. His adventurous spirit took him on a global voyage, from cruise ships to China, where he initially faced the bleak pollution of Beijing but soon discovered the warmth of its people and the vibrant culinary scene. His collaboration with renowned chef Mezzo Bombana in Hong Kong and subsequent move to Macau exemplify his dedication to excellence and adaptability, embracing the local culture while elevating Italian cuisine to international acclaim. Meanwhile, South China Morning Post highlights the sophisticated style of dermatologist Barbara Sturm, a pioneer in clean skincare and anti-aging innovations. Sturm's philosophy of clean skin and her creation of the blood-based anti-aging cream have garnered a celebrity following, including Gwyneth Paltrow and Oprah. Her personal routines reflect a minimalist yet effective approach. She prefers simple, high-quality products like her hyaluronic serum and enzyme cleansers, emphasizing skin health over heavy makeup. Sturm's refined tastes extend beyond skincare. Her love for London's elegant hotels such as the 22 and her favorite restaurants like China Tang and Kai Mayfair reveal her appreciation for understated luxury and culinary excellence. Her jewelry collection, notably a unique divorce ring by Jessica McCormick, and her penchant for vintage fashion from flea markets to designer boutiques, paint a picture of a woman who blends timeless elegance with a modern, eclectic flair, always seeking serenity and beauty in her surroundings. In stark contrast, South China Morning Post also reports on the recent decline of Hong Kong stocks, which retreated from a 2-month high amid concerns over Baidu's AI prospects. The Hang Seng Index dropped 0.6%, dragged down by Baidu's 3% plunge following a disappointing 20% decline in its first quarter profit. The tech sector showed signs of strain as investors reacted to uncertainties surrounding artificial intelligence advancements, with other major companies like Nongfu Spring, Kuaishou, and Alibaba also experiencing declines. Broader regional markets, including Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi, followed suit, reflecting a cautious investor sentiment amid the backdrop of U.S. Treasury auction results. This financial turbulence underscores the fragility of the current market optimism and the global ripple effects of technological and economic anxieties, contrasting sharply with the personal stories of growth and resilience seen in the culinary and beauty worlds. South China Morning Post highlights the upcoming Twilight of the Warriors exhibition at Kowloon Walled City Park, which aims to revive Hong Kong's heritage tourism by immersing visitors in the nostalgic ambience of the 1980s through meticulously recreated film sets from the popular martial arts movie. This initiative is part of a broader strategy to promote 9 key tourist spots in Kowloon City, leveraging augmented reality technology to animate historical sites like the Walled City and Kai Tak Airport, enriching visitors' experiences with cultural storytelling and local history. The film's success, with its record-breaking box office performance in Japan and Hong Kong, has fueled international interest, especially among Japanese tourists eager to connect with the city's storied past. Experts emphasize that these immersive attractions not only boost tourism but also foster a deeper appreciation of Hong Kong's cinematic and cultural legacy, encouraging tourists to explore local businesses and historical landmarks, thus ensuring the district's vibrant community spirit endures. Nikkei Asia reports Rothschild & Co.'s strategic expansion in Japan's burgeoning M&A market, where the firm is actively increasing its local presence with new hires and a dedicated team of 15 to 20 bankers. The company recognizes Japan's shifting M&A landscape, transitioning from outbound deals, such as Japanese firms acquiring European assets, to a rising tide of inbound investments, exemplified by high-profile proposals like Alimentation Couche-Tard's $47 billion bid for 7-Eleven Japan and Toyota Industries' potential $42 billion buyout. Despite geopolitical uncertainties and volatile global markets, Rothschild remains cautiously optimistic, citing Japan's strong economic fundamentals and the opportunity to assist firms in safeguarding against activist shareholders and facilitating management buyouts. With a legacy rooted in historical financial support for Japan's reconstruction and growth, Rothschild views the current environment as ripe with potential, emphasizing a long-term perspective that encourages clients to remain patient and strategic amid global uncertainties. South China Morning Post details Rolex's ongoing commitment to cultural sustainability through its support of the Venice Biennale of Architecture, where it has been the exclusive partner since 2014. This year's event, curated by Carlo Ratti, centers on innovative, climate-adaptive architectural ideas, under the theme Intelligent, Natural, Artificial, Collective, emphasizing sustainability and environmental resilience. Rolex's pavilion, designed by Miriam Isufu, exemplifies this ethos with a structure crafted from recycled wood and Murano glass, symbolizing the fusion of tradition, innovation, and environmental consciousness, mirroring Rolex's craftsmanship in watchmaking. The exhibition showcases films and photographs illustrating architectural renewal, including projects like the redevelopment of Beirut's Bourj Hamoud neighborhood by Lacaton and Arpahamian, highlighting evolution over demolition. Rolex's architectural interventions in Milan and Tokyo further reflect its dedication to blending local culture with modern design, demonstrating how the brand's aesthetic and sustainability principles are woven into its global retail spaces, celebrating craftsmanship, tradition, and environmental responsibility. The South China Morning Post vividly captures the essence of Henry Jacques' new collection Illinois Yavate un Jardin, which embodies a pure and simple elegance inspired by the sun-drenched beauty of a secret garden. The fragrances evoke memories of natural landscapes through fresh citrus notes of bergamot, lemon, and bitter orange, intertwined with aromatic herbs like rosemary, creating a luminous opening that transports the wearer to a radiant orchard. As the scents unfold, delicate floral hearts of orange blossom and lavender give way to warm, earthy base notes of sandalwood, benzoin, and cistus, culminating in a sensory experience that celebrates the elemental beauty of nature. This collection's emphasis on high-quality ingredients sourced from Italy's finest citrus orchards and presented in generous green glass bottles underscores a commitment to natural rituals and everyday luxury, inviting users to reconnect with life's simple pleasures and the serenity of a hidden garden. The Sydney Morning Herald delves into the geopolitical and economic tensions surrounding the surge of low-value Chinese exports, particularly through companies like Shein and Temu, exploiting de minimis customs exemptions to flood global markets with cheap fashion and consumer goods. Governments in Europe, Japan, and the US are contemplating new tariffs and levies, such as a proposed €2 fee in Europe and increased duties in the US, to curb this influx, which threatens domestic manufacturers and retailers by undercutting local prices and circumventing safety standards. These measures are driven not only by economic concerns but also by issues of illegal imports, counterfeit goods, and the impact on local employment, as China's excess manufacturing capacity pushes prices downward and intensifies global trade tensions. The article highlights how these developments reflect a broader effort by advanced economies to protect their industries from what is perceived as an overwhelming tide of cheap Chinese exports, with potential repercussions for international trade dynamics and domestic economic stability. The South China Morning Post also explores the evolving cultural landscape of marriage and estate planning, focusing on the increasing acceptance of prenuptial agreements in Hong Kong. Traditionally viewed as unromantic or even ominous, such agreements are gaining recognition as practical tools for ensuring clarity and reducing future conflicts over assets and finances. The article draws parallels with Chinese attitudes toward discussing death, where taboos have gradually given way to acceptance through euphemisms like deed of safety, fostering peace of mind. Similarly, the idea of framing prenuptial agreements as deeds of love could help destigmatize them, reflecting societal shifts toward pragmatic approaches to relationships and estate planning. As legal and social norms continue to evolve, the future of prenuptial agreements in Hong Kong may be shaped by public sentiment and cultural sensitivities, highlighting how legal practices adapt to changing societal values. The South China Morning Post vividly illustrates the stark reality of Hong Kong's inadequate financial literacy, despite its reputation as a global financial hub. The city's residents, including hard-working locals and migrant workers, often find themselves navigating complex financial landscapes without proper education. A poignant memory of receiving a first paycheck without understanding deductions like MPF or taxes exemplifies this gap. The article emphasizes that financial knowledge doesn't automatically flow from the city's towering skyscrapers. Instead, it's a vital survival skill that must be systematically embedded into education. The consequences of this deficiency are profound. Many live under constant financial stress, struggling with credit card debt, inadequate retirement plans, and risky investments. The article advocates for a civic-level overhaul, integrating practical money skills into school curricula through engaging simulations and community programs, to foster confidence and societal stability, especially as Hong Kong's economy evolves with rising property costs and an increasing array of investment options like cryptocurrencies and margin trading. The South China Morning Post also sheds light on the acute housing shortage faced by students, especially non-local ones, amidst a surge in international enrollment. Despite government efforts to promote Hong Kong as a top educational destination, universities are overwhelmed by demand, with only a fraction of students securing on-campus accommodation. Mainland students, who form the majority of non-local enrollees, often resort to costly private rentals or even living across the border, facing exorbitant rents and long commutes. Universities are exploring creative solutions such as converting hotels and commercial buildings into student hostels, but bureaucratic hurdles and regulatory complexities hinder rapid expansion. The article underscores the importance of hostel living for student development, yet highlights the challenges in securing affordable, quality housing. It calls for streamlined policies and government support to facilitate conversions and increase the availability of student residences, emphasizing that quality accommodation is integral to Hong Kong's ambition to be a premier educational hub. The South China Morning Post reports on Hong Kong's burgeoning low-altitude economy through the lens of innovative companies like HITS, a Chinese startup pioneering hydrogen-powered drones. The company aims to establish research and assembly operations in Hong Kong, leveraging the city's strategic position as an international trading hub. With support from government initiatives, HITS plans to develop fuel cell drone technology for applications like rescue, surveillance, and goods distribution, while also eyeing public service adoption. The company's breakthroughs in lightweight, high-capacity fuel cells have positioned it as a global leader, with plans to expand manufacturing and establish a drone assembly line in Hong Kong. This move aligns with the city's push to develop a low-altitude economy, fostering clean energy innovations and advanced industrial applications. HITS's ambitions reflect Hong Kong's potential to become a center for cutting-edge technology, bridging the gap between traditional industry and future-forward sustainable solutions. The South China Morning Post vividly captures the resurgence of Hong Kong's IPO market through the spectacular debut of CATL, the Chinese battery giant. With a remarkable 16% surge on its first day, CATL's listing not only raised a staggering $5.24 billion but also marked the year's largest initial offering globally, revitalizing Hong Kong's standing as a premier fundraising hub. Despite the company's blacklisting by the U.S. Pentagon and ongoing trade tensions, investors, including Kuwait's trillion-dollar sovereign wealth fund and Italy's Agnelli family, flocked to its shares, driven by CATL's pivotal role in the electric vehicle revolution. The firm's strategic use of the Hong Kong platform to expand internationally, particularly with plans for a European plant in Hungary, underscores its ambitions to capitalize on the booming EV market, with projections indicating that by 2028, half of all new trucks in China will be electric. This renewed investor enthusiasm signals a broader confidence in high-quality Chinese enterprises, even amidst geopolitical uncertainties, and highlights Hong Kong's resilient and dynamic financial environment. Meanwhile, Alibaba's South China Morning Post segment reveals a strategic rebranding of its entertainment division, now dubbed Hujing Digital Media and Entertainment Group, symbolizing agility and adaptability akin to the orca, an animal praised for intelligence and resilience. This change is part of Alibaba's broader effort to rejuvenate growth outside its core e-commerce and cloud sectors, emphasizing a return to its foundational mission and fostering innovation through internal restructuring. The company's move to diversify and invigorate its entertainment arm is complemented by the renaming of Alibaba Pictures to Demai Entertainment Holdings, reflecting a fresh start and a focus on creative expansion. Despite the division's modest size, recent financial reports show a steady increase in revenue and a narrowing of losses, signaling cautious optimism. CEO Eddie Wu's call for a startup mindset and cross-business collaboration underscores Alibaba's commitment to breaking down silos and seizing new opportunities in a rapidly evolving digital landscape, aiming to sustain growth and relevance in a fiercely competitive industry. The South China Morning Post also vividly explores the rich regional tapestry of Zongzi, the iconic sticky rice dumplings, as part of the Dragon Boat Festival festivities. Each region in China boasts its own culinary take on this traditional delicacy, from Cantonese-style zongzi with luxurious fillings like pork belly, dried scallops, and salted egg yolk, to Hokkien variants featuring dried shrimp and mushroom sauces that add layers of flavor through regional sauces like shaman chili and sesame. Hakka-style zongzi, known for their hearty, savory profile, often include preserved radish and roasted pork, embodying the bold tastes of their cultural heritage. Shanghai-style zongzi, larger and more fragrant due to their broadleaf bamboo wrappers, offer a different visual and aromatic experience, with fillings like abalone and salted duck egg yolk. Additionally, alkaline zongzi, popular in Hong Kong, are distinguished by their yellow hue and chewy texture, traditionally enjoyed plain or dipped in sugar. These diverse regional variations not only showcase China's culinary richness but also evoke the warmth of family gatherings and shared traditions, turning the festival into a vibrant celebration of history, culture, and community. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Waking up to wonders, tech and nature blunders. Got our rockets flying while the oceans are sighing. Lasers in the sky now.